Great damage has been done to our country.
In a speech to the nation, President Donald Trump raised doubts about election integrity and voting machines ahead of the November midterms and continued to dispute his loss to Joe Biden in the 2020 election.
Secure elections should be a partisan, we should be together. Democrats, Republicans, independents, everybody.
The president made claims about Chinese interference in the 2020 election. No credible intelligence has emerged, even among what the White House has now made public, to show the vote count was manipulated by foreign countries. Audits have shown no widespread fraud.
If you look at voting today, it's in such bad shape in so many states, and we are committing to fix it.
But critics say the president is vowing to fix a system that isn't broken by pushing for the voter ID bill known as the Save America Act that would require an ID and proof of citizenship to vote. So far, it hasn't passed, due in part to opposition from some members of the GOP. Jared Demarinis, Maryland's election administrator, said the state's election systems are safe and secure.
Do you feel that this speech last night could have an impact on some voters in terms of their trust of the system?
Of course. I think that any time, especially the president, it creates an atmosphere for mis and disinformation. And, it takes root.
Demarinis says he wanted to set the record straight and let voters know they can trust the system. The voting equipment is tested to ensure accuracy, and there's been no tampering.
A lot of safeguards that are in place. We have, cybersecurity defenses, to make sure that none of our systems are hacked, and that's across the board.
The Democratic Governors Association, which includes governors of both Virginia and Maryland, said in a statement after the president's speech, in part, it's deeply alarming that President Trump continues to try to undermine free and fair elections. No amount of lies and conspiracy theories can change the fact that our country's elections have repeatedly been proven to be safe and secure. These attacks are intended to intimidate and silence voters. Karen Holt is a political science professor at Virginia Tech. While it's unknown the true impact of the speech, she pointed out that it didn't deal with the issues on the minds of most voters, the Iran war and the economy.
The second aspect to it that concerns at least some of us is that it may well undermine the sense of the integrity of elections going forward and the legitimacy of people going to vote, casting a ballot, and those ballots being counted in a fair and open sort of way.
Darcy Spencer, News 4.